In this week's quick commentary, I'd like to take a look at the Dow futures and on the daily chart. And you can see here we've been looking at a situation here, Dow futures on the daily chart, where we've had a wedge pattern forming, this sort of wedge pattern forming here, and we've had these symmetrical pullback moves from these highs to these lows. And we were looking at a pullback potentially into some of these levels around 12,444. We did get that going into the other week. And then we have been expecting or looking for a potential retest of these highs up and around the May highs, the end of April highs. And what we had here was a pullback to support at the top of the wedge and at the 21 period exponential moving average. And now we closed on Friday right at this swing point high. So the question will be, is this area a magnet, and are we going to come up and test the 13,200 level? At this point in time, that's kind of what we're expecting. And we may have a pullback before that happens and a push into that level. But the big question, the $1 million question, will be what happens when and if we get a push into those levels. And just taking a look at the same market, the Dow futures on the daily chart from the Darvish squeeze perspective, we had a recent long signal fire off when we broke the top of this Darvish box here while it was in a squeeze. This is what we call the Darvish squeeze setup. And we have potential targets up and around the these highs or slightly above these highs. So that would be a target based on projecting the distance of this Darvish box on a one-to-one basis out above the direction in which it fired the signal. So in this case, it fired a long signal, and we have a potential target up and around these levels in the 13,400-ish area. So that's all we have for this week, closing out Friday, August the 3rd, 2012. Have a great rest of the week and good trading.